Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patience. To my existing subscribers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can continue to indulge in the Haute Bella experience. In today's video, I am going to be playing in makeup and I am going to be trying out the Power palette from Colored Raine. So this is a palette that came out a little while ago, but I'm just now getting around to using it for the first time. So as you guys can see, this is a gorgeous palette. It is beautiful, and I created this beautiful and stunning look using this palette today, and it's got some gorgeous purples and plums. It gives us 4 buttery matte shades, and it gives us 5 gorgeous and stunning shimmer shades. I really like how this look turned out. I'm also using my Fenty Beauty Cream blush today. I'm also airbrushing my complexion. You guys, I love airbrushing my complexion, especially during the summer months. It wears so light, and I just really like how it looks. It really melts into the skin. I don't look cake face. It's just a gorgeous way to apply your foundation, in my opinion. I'm also using the Liquid Glow highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's in the shade Peach Fizz. As you guys will see a little later in this video, I actually applied the Liquid Glow underneath my foundation and then applied the foundation on top. I love how that looks because it really softens up the look of the highlighter. It doesn't look hard, or it doesn't look like just a streak that's going down the side of your face. It really does shine through from underneath that foundation. So I love how that works out. And yeah, so I'm just playing in makeup. This is the first time that I'm using this palette from Colored Raine, and I just wanted to put together a really nice look. Also, I am still loving this hair, you guys. This is a lot of locks to put up in a bun, but I think I did a pretty good job with this high bun today. Everything about this look I am loving. So yeah, so if you guys would like to see how I created this look, then keep watching. My face has been cleansed, and I toned my face using the Mario Badescu facial spray. That is the Aloe, Herb, and Rosewater facial spray from Mario Badescu. I love that for toning my skin after I've cleansed it. I also used my Fresh Kombucha facial essence, and I moisturized my face using the Tatcha water cream. And then I followed up with the Pores No More Luminizer Primer from Dr. Brandt. And then I prepped my eyelids using this eyeshadow base. This is from Luscious, and this is an item that came in one of my BoxyCharm boxes. And this is the Angel Eyes eyeshadow primer base. So yeah, prepped my eyes using this today. So now I am ready to finally get started on these eyes, and I am going to start off by using this highlighter from Becca. This is in the shade Rose Gold, and I'm going to use this as my brow bone highlight. And I'm going to start off with this shade right here. This shade is called Deception, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. And now I'm going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Snitch, and I'm going to put this on my outer corner and sweep it into the crease. This is blending in really easily. I'm going to take this shade right here. This shade is called Alibi, and I'm going to place this real tightly on the outer V, on the outer corner of my eye here. I'm going to sweep it into the crease as well, but I'm just not going to take it up as high as I did with this other shade, this shade right here, which is called Snitch. I did a half cut crease type of situation as I normally do using my Makeup Revolution cut crease canvas base, and I am going to soften up the edges of where I have carved out these lids. So I'm going back in with my brush and I'm just going to soften them up just a little bit. So as I'm blending out these edges, if I start to lose too much of that shade, I'm just going to dip back into the palette and just add a little bit more in. And I'm going to use this shade right here. This shade is called Respect. And I am going to start with the inner corner of my eye and work my way out to about right here. I don't want to take it too far over into where I have this darkest shade, which is called Alibi. I'm just going to take it about a third of the way over. I think I want to spritz my brush for this shade. I really want this shade to pop. Do I want to switch over to my silicone applicator for this shade? I think I do. I'm going to abandon the brush for now for this shimmer shade, and I am going to switch over to my silicone applicator if I can find it here. There you are. I want to see what the silicone applicator does with this shimmer shade. Normally, if I am using a shimmer shade that is a little different, or maybe it's just not yielding the type of results that I think it can or should, I'll try switching over to my silicone applicator. Yeah, I think the silicone applicator works a lot better. It's pretty. And now I am going to venture into this beautiful purple shade here. This is called Truth. And I'm going to place this right here in this open space that I have on my lid. This shade is absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see what this is going to look like. Just from looking at this palette, I was like, I've got to include this shade somewhere in this eye look. So yeah, we're going to put it right here where these two shades come together. This is really pretty, but I think I'm going to have to add a little bit more of the Alibi into this look, because the Truth shade, which is this really, really beautiful purple that I've added here, it kind of took over my edges a little bit. So I'm going to go back into Alibi. This is the darker shade here. I'm going to have to put a little bit of that back into my edges, or back into the corner of my eyes for this look. I want there to be some depth here, so I'm just going to add just a little bit of that right back in there. Just a little bit. And now I'm going to take my smaller blending brush. I'm going to go back into this Power palette, and I'm going to go back into this shade right here. This shade is called Snitch, and I'm going to add a little bit more definition into the area where I've had to manipulate my natural crease line. For those of you who have been watching me for quite some time, you guys know that I do have slightly hooded eyes, and this is something that I have to do anytime that I manipulate my natural crease line. And what that means is, if you have a hooded eye, you have to be really careful with the placement of your shadows, because they can disappear on you. So for example, if I place a shade just right here on my eyelid and I take it up to my natural crease line, I would only take it up to right here. So that means that when I open my eye, that shade is going to totally disappear. So I have to take it up just a little bit higher so that you'll be able to get the complete eye look, right? So regardless as to whether I'm looking down or looking up, you'll be able to see all the shades or all the colors that I have in the eye look. So when I do that, I have to go back in and make sure that I am shaping or defining that manipulated crease area that I'm utilizing here just for the sake of being able to display my eyeshadows the way that I want them to. I hope this makes sense, but if you guys have been watching me for any time, you've seen me do this. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to go back in with this shade, and I'm going to add a little bit more definition into that area where I've had to manipulate my natural crease line. The pigmentation of the eyeshadows in this Power palette is really, really good. I think I want to soften up the highest point here just a little bit, because if I tell you this is pigmented and it's going on really easy. It doesn't take much, but I just want to soften that out just a little bit. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. So you can see where I've softened it out a little bit here on this side, which is different than this one. This one is still a little bit harsh, so I'm going to do the same thing to this eye. And now I'm going to add my liner and my lashes. And I think for liner, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Gel Eyeliner Pencil. It's in the shade Voodoo. So I figured that this is a beautiful purple color and that it would go really well with this purple look. So I'm going to put this in my waterline, apply some lashes, and I'll be right back. So my liner and my lashes are done. And now it's time for concealer. And I am going to use my two concealers that I have here from Tarte. This one is in Tan Sand, this one is in Deep. So I'm going to use this concealer to highlight and conceal all the areas that you would normally want to highlight and conceal. And I forgot to mention that I did do a little color correcting around my mouth and under my eye. I used my Tatcha Pearl under my eye, and I used my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer around my mouth. Those are my staple color correcting products that I use. I've done a video on my favorite color correcting products, and I'll be certain to link that in the iCard above if you guys haven't had a chance to check that out. And I'm going to set my under eye area using my RCMA No Color Powder. I have been using a brush to set my under eye area, but I've been liking the way this little foam wedge has been setting my under eye area here lately, so I'm going to continue on with it. I'm going to do some cream contouring using my Tarte Clay Foundation Stick. It's in the shade Rich Honey. My cream contouring is done, and I was looking through my makeup to see, okay, what products am I going to use for my highlighter, and I came across this product that I picked up a little while ago. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the Liquid Glow highlighter. This is in the shade Peach Fizz, and I'm going to use this in today's look. And this would remind me of one of the products that came in one of my BoxyCharm boxes. When I say it reminds me of this product that I got in my BoxyCharm box, I mean in that it is a liquid highlighter, and that was the iconic London Illuminator. I'm not sure if you guys remember that or not, but I'll add a product picture somewhere in here for you so that way you will know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys have seen me use that product in a previous video. So yeah, but today I'm going to use this product from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the Liquid Glow. It's in Peach Fizz, and it looks like it's going to be gorgeous. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take a little bitty squirt of this, a little bit of this on my hand like so, and I'm going to take a little fluffy brush. This is a medium-sized fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna dip that around or get this product on this brush like that, and I'm just going to take it and I'm gonna put it right in this area right in here. So I am going to be airbrushing my complexion. I'm hoping that this will still come through the airbrush foundation, that you'll still be able to see it. I think it will, and I think it's going to come through beautifully. Also, for those of you who may be watching for the first time, you guys are probably thinking that I'm losing my mind because I'm applying all these products to my face in the wrong order. And this is something that I do since I am going to be airbrushing my complexion. I like to lay down my cream contour, my concealer, and sometimes even an illuminating product such as this, so that it can shine through my foundation to kind of give me that ethereal type of look, that natural glowy type of look. So that's what I'm going for. It is time for my complexion, and I'm going to use my Temptu Air, and I'm using the Temptu foundation today. This is the Temptu silicone based foundation, and I am using a combination of the shades 7 and 8 to come up with my perfect shade. So yeah, I'm going to get my foundation applied. My foundation is done. And for my blush, I am going to use the Cheeks Out Cream Blush from Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Rose Latte. Very pretty. And I'm going to go back to my RCMA No Color Powder once again, and I am going to lightly set my entire face. This Temptu foundation is a matte foundation, and it's optional as to whether or not you'd want to set it or not. You don't have to. It is time to smoke out my waterline, and I'm going to go back into this beautiful purple shade here. This shade is called Truth, and I'm going to use this to smoke out the waterline. And for my inner corner highlight, I am dying to see what this shade looks like. This shade is called Legacy. So yeah, I'm going to use this, and I am going to put this on my inner corner and just kind of sweep it down into the waterline and see what that looks like. Very pretty. It is time for lips, and I am going to use a lip gloss from Morphe, and this is in the shade Jinx. I'm not going to line my lips. I'm just going to apply this lip gloss straight away. Ooh, that's pretty. And this look is done. As I mentioned before, I love everything about this look today. I love the way the eye look turned out using the Colored Raine Power Palette. The shadows in this palette is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. If you're looking for a palette that's going to give you those warm plums, those dusty rose, and then that vibrant pop of purple that all play very well together, the Power Palette is a palette that's going to give you just that. Love, love, love this palette. I also love the way the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow highlighter applies and the end result that comes from using that product. It is absolutely gorgeous. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.